SoundCloud is unique and not dead in 2021.
That statement, it's definitely a bold one. It's controversial, especially with all of the competition these days. Okay, so firstly, you're obviously here looking for ways to promote your music or content, so this might not be the first video of that topic that you're looking at, and probably not the last either. That being said, I'm going to make a very important point. Always pay attention to who's giving you information.
There has been and still are a bunch of SoundCloud gurus here on YouTube.
And no doubt there's some valuable information being exchanged. I'm not doubting that. But on the other side of it, there are definitely some creators and YouTubers who are basically preying on people who are looking for ways to promote their music, claiming that they have some sort of fast track, which in my experience is a scam. That's actually a topic that I cover a bit more thoroughly in a different video, if you're interested. Yeah, so just like general things to avoid when you're promoting yourself on SoundCloud or any platform really. So like I said, be careful, do your research, and I'm no exception to that, but I promise, no BS from me. I'm basically just here explaining my experience to you. So now that we've got all that out of the way, my philosophy as a music producer or content creator is always work on improving and crafting my music, which in itself will attract a certain audience. I'll say right off the top, this is the most important thing. Content is king.
Content is king.
Experiment with having a steady presence on several platforms instead of just blasting off with one platform. Although that could work too, I'm actually still pretty microscopic on SoundCloud, and I admit that it's really difficult to keep a consistent audience listening to your music. But I have a steady and growing presence on literally 9 other platforms, and I'm active on all of them, getting consistent engagement. So why not Bandcamp or Spotify or any other streaming platforms? SoundCloud is still, to my knowledge at least, the only social media streaming platform. And while it's definitely not what it used to be like 5 years ago, it's still quite relevant with tons of users. The secret weapon really is the DMs.
You can slide into people's DMs.
OMG.
Ask them what's up, spark a convo, capture their attention, get them to listen to your music, attract them to other platforms. SoundCloud is really unique in this way, and I think that people underestimate that. It's the only social media platform that I know of that's all about music and is completely infested with people who produce or music lovers. Enthusiasts. This is really powerful. That being said though, SoundCloud seems to be going down the can in many other ways, and I feel like there's a sweet spot in time in 2021 where people are active and interested enough to be brought from SoundCloud to other relevant platforms. And now that you have that understanding, how do you do it? I can only really explain how I do it, so take that with a grain of salt and apply this technique to whatever it is that you do. Improve and craft your music. That in itself is like a promotional tool. You really do need that in order to catch people's attention, and like I said before, if you don't put that extra effort into your music, it shows and people just won't really give you the time of day. I also think that streaming is becoming more and more important for electronic music producers.
That being said, actually,
Join us on Twitch. I stream Tuesdays and Fridays and we're really having a lot of fun with it. We listen to each other's music, react to YouTube videos. I have DAW sessions where I just produce tracks in Logic Pro 10, which has been immensely fun as well. In fact, we did a session like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and that track is already queued up to be released on all streaming platforms, which is pretty cool. The best way of keeping track of when I stream is through my Discord, where you'll be given a notification, and links to both of those are in the description. So yeah, streaming, that's sort of the aim when I slide into people's DMs right now. In fact, here, this is what like an ideal DM combo looks like. We'll start by exchanging listens on each other's music. They'll notice the craft and detail and
Immense originality
that I put into my music, which will capture their interest. From there, I'll discreetly lead them to my Twitch with either a Discord link or a link to my Twitch, and hopefully they'll show up at some point. I actively reach out to people's music that I actually enjoy. My YouTube channel focuses a lot on music production gear, so that's usually where I stop the conversation in the DMs. I'll create this sort of exchange with several people a day, continuing like an actual genuine conversation, and then eventually mentioning that I stream a few DMs in. The call to action being like the link to Twitch or the invite link to Discord. I definitely do not come out in the first message just saying,
"Hey, here's my Discord. Wanna join?"
Because people just won't respect that. Even after spending all this time trying to get this person's attention, I still do not expect anything in return. If it happens, great, that's a bonus. You might think that this sounds like a lot of work, and realistically it's like maybe 10 or 20 minutes a day, which, I mean, it's a commitment for sure. But this technique has helped bring a lot of traffic over to my Discord, and has just helped me lift the whole streaming thing off the ground. Now, instead of streaming for literally no one, I have a bunch of people that actually come in to say hi and hang out. It gives a real sense of a community vibe, and that's all I could really expect at this point. Like I said, everyone that you're contacting is either a producer, music enthusiast, DJ, some sort of music maker, which for me is exactly who I want to tune in to my streams, as opposed to a platform like, let's say, Instagram or TikTok, where there's just so much more engagement, but there's a tiny, tiny fraction of people that actually like music production, the niche that is music production. So for me and also for you, I think that SoundCloud is a system that just works great, still in 2021. Take this technique and apply it to whatever content it is that you want them to see or hear. Do you want them to hear your music? Do you want them to check out your streams? Maybe you also have a YouTube channel and you're trying to promote your videos. Whatever it is, this is a great way to utilize SoundCloud. It's still a very unique platform for this very reason, and in my opinion, one of the best ways to reach out to like-minded people like yourself.
If you haven't subscribed already, I invite you to destroy that subscribe button.
Drop a like. Any sort of engagement really just helps this channel out and is very much appreciated. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys very, very soon in the next video.
Thanks so much for watching. Love ya. Have a great day.